Close your eyes for a moment. Imagine a vast, open landscape. It stretches out before you, seemingly endless, under a sky that is both limitless and immeasurably deep. Feel the ground beneath you, its texture, its stability. Breathe deeply. This landscape, this feeling, this is you. We often think of strength as something external, a shield against the storms of life. We chase after achievements, possessions, recognition, believing that these will fortify us, protect us from the inevitable winds. But true strength, the kind that endures, the kind that allows us to not just survive, but to thrive, is not found in what we accumulate, but in what we cultivate within. It is resilience. Resilience is not the absence of scars. It's not about never falling, never failing, never experiencing the sting of disappointment or the sharp pain of loss. In fact, it's quite the opposite. Resilience is the ability to rise again and again from the very depths of those experiences. It is the internal alchemy that transforms hardship into wisdom, sorrow into empathy, and failure into fuel. Think of a tree weathering a storm. The fierce winds may strip its leaves, break its branches, even threaten to uproot it entirely. But the tree, if it possesses the inner strength, bends, it sways, it adapts. It draws deeper into the earth, its roots clinging with unwavering determination. And when the storm passes, it stands, perhaps a little altered, a little more seasoned, but ultimately stronger for having endured. We too are like those trees. Life will inevitably bring storms. They will come in many forms, setbacks in our endeavors, heartbreaks in our relationships, moments of doubt that cloud our minds, periods of darkness that obscure our path. These are not signs of weakness. They are not punishments. They are simply part of the human experience, the crucible in which resilience is forged. But how do we cultivate this resilience? How do we prepare ourselves to weather the inevitable storms of life? Firstly, we must learn to accept the impermanence of all things. Nothing is fixed. Nothing is guaranteed. Change is the only constant. Clinging to the illusion of permanence only leads to suffering when things inevitably shift. Embrace the flow, the ebb and flow of life. Acknowledge that even in the darkest moments, there is the potential for new beginnings, for unexpected opportunities to emerge. Secondly, we must cultivate self-compassion. We are often our own harshest critics, quick to judge ourselves, to dwell on our flaws and failures. But just as we would offer comfort and understanding to a friend in need, we must learn to extend that same kindness to ourselves. Acknowledge your pain, your struggles, your imperfections, but do not let them define you. See them as opportunities for growth, for learning, for becoming a more complete and compassionate version of yourself. Thirdly, we must find meaning in our experiences. Even in the midst of hardship, there is always something to be learned, some lesson to be gleaned. Ask yourself, what is this experience teaching me? How can I use this to become stronger, wiser, more resilient? When we focus on finding meaning, we transform adversity into an opportunity for growth. We transform the pain into purpose. Fourthly, we must nurture our connections. We are not meant to navigate this journey alone. We need the support of others, the comfort of shared experiences, the strength of community. Surround yourself with people who uplift you, who believe in you, who remind you of your own inherent worth, and be that person for others. Offer your support, your compassion, your understanding. In helping others, we often find strength within ourselves. Fifthly, we must take action. Resilience is not a passive quality. It requires active engagement, a willingness to confront our challenges, to push ourselves beyond our comfort zones, to take risks. Don't wait for the storm to pass before you start building your ark. Start now. Take small steps each day to cultivate your inner strength, to build your resilience, to create a life that is aligned with your values and your aspirations. This requires introspection. It requires moments of quiet dedicated to understanding ourselves, our triggers, our strengths and weaknesses. Take time to journal, to meditate, to simply be present with your thoughts and emotions. The more deeply you understand yourself, the better equipped you will be to navigate the complexities of life. And remember this, resilience is not about avoiding pain. It's about embracing it. It's about allowing yourself to feel the full spectrum of human emotions, without judgment, without resistance. It's about knowing that even in the darkest of nights, the sun will eventually rise. It's about trusting in your own capacity to heal, to grow, to transform. So take a deep breath, feel the ground beneath your feet, and know that you are stronger than you think. You are more resilient than you believe. You have the power within you to overcome any challenge, to weather any storm, to create a life filled with meaning, purpose, and joy. The landscape before you is vast and open, full of possibility. Don't be afraid to explore it. Don't be afraid to stumble, to fall, to make mistakes. These are all part of the journey. They are all opportunities to learn, to grow, to become more resilient. Now, open your eyes. The world is waiting for you. Go. Embrace it. Live it fully. and never ever give up on yourself.